Now, if you look back at the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Gassner translation, for example, it talks about the name, capital N-A-N-E-M-E. It's no longer the name of the Lord, it's just the name. And they want to first omit the book of Revelation. Now, obviously, we have all of our warnings about the Whore of Babylon and the Mark of the Beast, so they've got to omit that. In its place, they want to introduce something called the Shepherd of Hermes. Now, the Shepherd of Hermes is in the Greek manuscript, Sinaiticus, underlying the New International Version. So if the New International Version translators were honest, they would have translated the book of Hermes because it is a part of their text in the Sinaiticus manuscript. My contention is if someone doesn't know what books belong in the Bible, how can they know what words belong in the Bible? But anyway, the book of Hermes tells us, number one, take the name. There it is, the name. Take the name of the beast. Number two, give up to the beast. Number three, form a one-world government. Four, kill those not receiving the name.
Okay, so we're finishing today with the most bizarre thing ever said. This beats Tolkien's writings, this beats C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia. This makes the Mad Hatter seem logical. The Gassner translations of the Dead Sea Scrolls, you'll never find it. The guy's name's Gaster, G-A-S-T-O-R. So that's just weird. If she's read the book, she usually gets the author's name right. Don't you usually? No? Okay. Shepherd of Hermes. It's available online. You can read it. I have. Well, I've got a bit of an advantage. But there's nothing in it about receiving the name, or kill those who don't receive the name, or form a one-world government. She's going to say the Dead Sea Scrolls say that too. Just to let you know that in advance that it's all going to be completely bogus, distorted, gibberish, fiction nonsense. And while we're on the point of books of Apocrypha, the King James Bible 1611 is completely different to the version we have now, which is a 1769 Blaney revision. Just to let you know that the King James Bible, when I say King James, I'm talking about the 1611, has 1 and 2 Esdras, Tobit, Judith, Esther, additions to Esther, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 4 Maccabees, the Prayer of Manasseh, Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, Bel and the Dragon, additions to Daniel. All that's in the King James. I mean, okay, they don't publish nowadays. They don't publish the King James Bible as it was in 1611. But imagine if they tried to reintroduce the 1611 King James Bible nowadays with what was back in the 1611. They'd all be in horror trying to pass laws forbidding it. And it's their own Bible. Logic? Facts? History? What is that? Next bogus point coming up soon to a theatre near you.
Not receiving the name. Kill them. Remember in Matthew it says, the time will come when they think that whosoever killeth you does God's service. Okay? The book of Hermes actually tells people, kill those who won't receive the name. When they add this on to the end of the Bible, there will be people in churches reading this, thinking, oh, we're to kill those who don't receive the name, and then they'll be out after, looking for Christians there. Now,
I have to make an apology here. We mere mortal human beings do not have the sacred Shepherd of Hermes that she has in gold-plated lettering that you use the Urim and the Thummim to be able to read it. So in our Shepherd of Hermes we don't have things like take the name or kill those who don't receive the name. So unfortunately, these imaginary Christians are going to be reading this imaginary Shepherd of Hermes in the new imaginary Bibles that don't exist, and are going to get up from the pews, go home, get sharp knives and things, and go around killing Christians who don't take the name based on absolutely nothing at all. Logic, facts, history. Truth? What? Nah, not allowed. Leave the truth at the door. It's not allowed in here. This is Alice in Wonderland meets Charlie the Chocolate Factory. 101. Next.
That's one thing that they want to add, Shepherd of Hermes. The other thing that they want to start adding are the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, when the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered, it did two very interesting things. The first was it vindicated the book of Isaiah for King James believers, because the 20 manuscripts of the Isaiah text that were found in the scrolls vindicated the King James readings. They found absolutely no Septuagint readings. Septuagint readings are those readings you will find in the NIV and the NASB. So all 20 of the Isaiah manuscripts found in the Dead Sea Scrolls did not indicate that there had ever been anything like a Septuagint. So if anyone says to you on the radio, the Septuagint this, say, prove it, because it wasn't vindicated with the Dead Sea Scrolls. But
we are at a disadvantage here, because anybody who has access to a keyboard or a mouse or a laptop or the internet can debunk this in about 3 seconds. I've got it down to 3 seconds now. It's a little marathon for me. See how quickly I can do it. Dead Sea Scroll manuscripts. The Septuagint manuscripts found amongst the Dead Sea Scrolls are 4Q119, that's Leviticus. 4Q120, that's Leviticus. 4Q121, that's Numbers. 4Q122, that's Deuteronomy. 7Q1 is Exodus. And 7Q2 is Jeremiah. Now, unfortunately, all the Bible scholars who have these Septuagint manuscripts are only imagining that those manuscripts that they're interpreting things from are there. It's all in their minds. It's an imaginary, like a holographic manuscript. And somebody's going to switch the light off and all the manuscripts of the Septuagint will disappear, because in Gail's mind they don't exist. I submit to you that we must form a team of Bible scholars and go around and burn all the Septuagint manuscripts we have, not just the Dead Sea Scrolls ones. There's heaps of them, by the way. And we need to burn them in order for Gail Riplinger's point to come true. So, yeah, we should do that. And we're coming up to the Dead Sea Scrolls having one world governments and taking up the mark of the beast and stuff. So we're finishing it off on the second funniest thing ever. Coming up soon.
Among the Dead Sea manuscripts were some apocryphal literature, the sons of darkness versus the sons of light, and a number of other things. And in Gassner's translation, if you ever want to have a spine-chilling afternoon, go to the library and through interlibrary loan, order Gassner's translation of the Dead Sea Scrolls. And it will raise the hair on your arms like nothing I've ever seen. It says, number one, that there will be a 7-year period in which those who will not receive the name again.
Oh, goody. We're at the end of that file. I'm giving up for the day anyway. If you tried to order the Dead Sea Scrolls as Gassner or something, you wouldn't find it. Like I've already said that. The guy's real name is Theodore Herzl Gaster, and he lived from 1906 until 1992. And he did have something to do with the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's pretty good. Now, the War of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness. Let's just go with logic for a second here. Just come back to logic for 1 second. The War of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness, and the War of the Messiah Scroll, and the Temple Scroll, and the War of Rule, the War Scroll. Yep. Okay, let's click those, and let's look through them and see if we can find anything about a 7-year peace treaty and a one world government and take up the name of the beast and give up to the beast and anything you want that's remotely to do with that. Guess what? You're not going to find it in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I know, sorry, there I go again. I've forgotten the true answer. I forgot the real answer. The version of the Dead Sea Scrolls that she has is more complete and contains the fuller text. Normal Bible scholars and normal Hebrew scholars do not have access to the Dead Sea Scroll manuscripts that Gail has in her wardrobe. Now, Bible scholars should raise millions of dollars and see if they can buy the manuscripts off her, because then they will have a fuller, more complete scrolls than what they found in Qumran, and they'd be able to come up with better translations of the Old Testament and the War of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness. So be prepared in the future to start seeing new editions of the Qumran scrolls coming out, including the updated versions with the 7-year peace treaty, the Mark of the Beast, 666, the Antichrist, all that sort of stuff. It's brilliant. I can't wait for it to be published. Get a time machine, go back and get the real Dead Sea Scrolls from 1st century AD, 1st century BC, and then compare them to what Gail's got in her wardrobe. Somebody do that, please. Tomorrow we start on part 4. It just gets funnier and it gets more ridiculous. I'm not trying to make it funny. It just comes out that way by putting logic onto something that's highly illogical. Right, thank you for listening. Goodbye. See ya. Bye.